And welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here at Point Marina, and our crew is down an engine. Always a little more difficult than it looks. I know a lot of people, if you don't drive a twin-screw boat, you're like, oh, it's just still like driving a single engine, but it's not. The engine's off-center, the boat reacts a little funky, and it steers a little differently as well. And basically, you're going to have good steering to one side and poor steering to another. And our crew's going to start to work their way in toward the dock. So I think, looks like we got somebody walking out toward the end of the dock. Maybe they can get him to give him an assist. So there we go. Yep, trying to talk him into it. Like, hey, bro, can we toss you a line? And they miss on the top. What? He went in. I don't even know what in the world happened there. He did a little black point shuffle, and the next thing we know, he is in the drink. How did that even happen? That one's wild. We typically, like, if I see somebody fall in, they fall. Our guy kind of like stumbled for a second, like debated if he was going in or not, and the next thing we knew, he went in. Now he's going to try and swim the line over, but the cap's got the motor still in gear, so our dude's going to get drug around for a moment as he tries to battle the motor being on. So he's trying to swim it back over. And he is struggling. So Cap finally gets the boat heading in that direction, which helps him to get the line over to the dock. And our crew is now on approach to the dock with him kind of in their way. So they've got to be careful about that, as the last thing you want to do is be in between the boat and the dock. So he's trying to climb up, but he's struggling to get up there. Our guy comes over. I thought he was going to give him a hand up, but instead he just takes the line. It's like, yeah, let me get the boat on here, bro. But again, he's between the boat and the dock. What are you doing? You can't get the boat on until he's out of the way. So here we go. He decides to go ahead and start to swim it up. That one's pretty wild. I thought that guy was reaching down to give my dude a hand and bring him up, because he had the line in his hand. If he'd have helped him up, he'd have had the guy and the line, but no, it's let me just get this line, bro. Let me get my boat on the dock, and you can figure your own way back up. Oh, man, but our guy looks like he's swimming up toward the front of the dock, and they've got the boat on, so they should be good to go from here. So here comes our next crew on approach, and they're coming in hot. Oh, they smack it right into the dock. They hit that one hard. Cap was just coming in on a roll there. Wasn't slowing down for anything, including the dock. And now they've kind of kicked off the dock and have to get back over to it. So we've got the guy in the bow. He's got the pole grab, but no stern line at this point. And they hit the dock again. I don't know if you saw how abrupt they came to a stop. The bow wound up hitting one of the poles up in the front, and they just come to a dead stop. They're still trying to get the stern line over. They miss on the first toss attempt. Are we just going to give up on the stern line now? Oh, man. They smacked this one good with that first hit, though. That was super loud. And the helicopter kind of blocked it. I guarantee it was kind of loud here on the second hit as well. But they'll be good and get this one tied up at this point. Well, this is always interesting when we get a visitor. This is literally 3 foot in front of our camera setup. And this is one of the manatees down here from Black Point. And this is not an uncommon sight. They'll literally come over here and just chill out with us, like you see at this point. Like, literally, they're staring us as we're looking at them. And we only got the one here today. Sometimes there'll be 2 manatees that'll come over and hang out. But always an interesting sight. You know, we've never actually had the crocodile that's down here come over and hang out quite this close, but I don't know that we want that to come over and hang out quite this close as well. The manatee is more of just a gentle creature. I mean, it literally just comes over and just kind of sits here and chills out and then goes on its merry way after a little while. But one thing I can tell you guys, if you boat in an area that has manatees, please use caution. As you can tell, our black point manatee has had a run-in with a vessel at some point. And our crew's coming in on approach. Kind of coming in at a funky angle. So turning bow back in toward the dock. And a sharp turn at the last second to try and get it over. Get a little brake check action, and actually, I mean, that wasn't a bad approach, at least from what I can see here. They were able to get it on pretty easily, and it looked like an awkward approach at first. Oh, no, but Cap's back in gear. She's trying to hold on to the line. And our next crew's trying to get it on the trailer, but we got one of those floating trailer scenarios, which always makes it interesting because you got to get the boat on it first to get the weight down for the trailer, which all of a sudden makes like a situation like we see here where it's a little bit of an awkward load until we can get basically load on the trailer, where there's actually some weight on it to hold it down. So Cap seems content with his initial load. Actually went pretty quickly. Goes ahead and trims up and prepares to get this one pulled out. And it looks like Cap's gonna leave, and I'm assuming he's gonna be the one to go over to the truck and actually pull her out. So actually, it looks like he's gone up to the bow winch, and he's gonna try winching this thing up a little bit. And somebody else is spinning tires over there. And looks like Cap's got it winched up because he's heading toward the truck now. So I think we're about to see the pullout. This ramp's pretty slick, though. Oh, our girl, she winds up sitting down. As he pulled up, she kind of slipped herself and winds up going backwards. But overall, this crew should be all right, and they should be good to go, I believe, from here. And speaking of being good to go, we're going to go ahead and get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here, and be sure to check out the other channels.